Let's hear from KC.
First day out here, just learning, being around the guys. So I mean, it feels great.
It looked like you were fine out there. Todd said the knee was good. How good did it feel to be back out there doing what you're supposed to be doing?
It felt good. I felt amazing. I feel 100%. I'm just ready to play. Honestly.
What's it like getting out there with Denzel and just seeing each other on the field and getting that first chance to work together?
It's amazing. I actually met him. About the combine. We're getting closer, but us being able to be out there and push each other every day. It is just gonna make us better.
I saw you on the side, working.
I hope y'all noticed that. I like how he just caught himself. He slowed down, processed so he can get his actual thought out. So he's definitely, shout out to Zedric. This is something you said in the Patreon chat, but he's definitely getting more comfortable speaking to the media. Definitely getting more comfortable. I just reviewed your foundation collection. Shout out to you, Dr. Clyde Marshall, checking out OffThaRecordDee.com. I appreciate you. They gave Trevor Woods a shot to make special teams, but not Shiloh. Arjizzle, when I heard the Fano brothers speaking, I was trying to block out the noise, but part of me was just thinking like, man, in a different situation, that probably could have been Shador and Shiloh. So I tried to block it out of my head. I couldn't block it out. So I'm right there with you, Arjizzle. I'm right there with you. Stefanski was more important to be right than successful. That's why he wasn't either. That's a fact.
With Christian Jones, during some of the indie periods, what was that like, and what was kind of helping you, get acclimated with?
He was just, making sure that I knew the plays, refreshing me, and we were doing, some ball drills. So.
It feels like just based off of like the stuff you were practicing, even in team drills, you're going to be moving around a lot. Todd said, I like to throw the wide receivers, give them two different positions. How are you feeling right now about maybe being used in a lot of different ways and all the movement and stuff?
Great. I mean, the more you can do, the more value you have. So I'm ready. I'm ready to I am ready to do whatever to help out the team.
When they asked about being versatile, that's something that KC Concepcion is. I don't know what Todd Monken said to these players. I don't know what he said to them, but pay attention to whenever somebody asks a question and it's about the vision that Todd Monken has. They all get a little excitement. Even KC right there just kind of smiled when he was saying, yeah, Coach Monken says that he wants guys that are versatile. And I'm like, dang, did he really make this thing this clear to all the players already? It's crazy. It's crazy. In Cleveland, it wouldn't work. They can barely handle Juan Sanders. Yeah, they could. That's why I kept trying to block it out because sometimes that thought just creeps in. And I was just like, dang, that would have really been special last year. That's why I can't remember who said it. But somebody was like, man, they kind of messed up Shador's rookie season. And I was like, yeah, they did. Because listen to them, I was just making sure I could just block out because that is something that would have been special if we had this collective group together, not with the group we had last year. They are bought in. I agree with that, Zedric. They are definitely bought in. I expect KC to even come out of the backfield as a motion guy and move all over the place for matchups. I agree with you there. I agree with you. The content creator would be hot if Shiloh would be on the team. What would be your first question to Shiloh? Why you coming at me like that? Nah, she wouldn't ask that. He has to practice talking slower. Yeah, he gonna get it. It's a level of excitement that he has. It's all right. He gonna get it.
Casey, Todd sort of mentioned trying to throw a lot at you guys and just see what you can do, and then sort of figuring out later on like what to sort of how to sort of put this people in different places. What is just your first kind of thoughts on what's kind of been thrown your way so far, and how have you kind of handled that part of the adjustment period?
It's been a lot, but I can handle it. I just, have to, be in my playbook a lot, studying, extra meetings, extra film, I should be ready. So.
We got this really tall quarterback talking over there. Did you know Taylor Hall before you got here? Just what are your impressions being out there practicing with the first time?
Yeah, so me and Taylor had actually met at the combine as well. He's an amazing person, amazing athlete. He has an arm, he can run. I just have to keep getting over for him.
I know it's early, but getting out there and working with Denzel and then thinking ahead to working with some of the veterans later on this summer, what do you think about your skill set, about your game is going to complement this offense the most?
I'm very versatile. I can play pretty much any position on the field. And, after the catch, it's electric. I get the ball into my hands. I'm trying to go score. So.
They are definitely bought in, and he has made it clear. Last year, I don't believe players showed this level of excitement. I don't think they got a clear vision of what they were going to be able to do in the offense, and you can see guys have it this year. You can see guys have it. They didn't have it last year. Shiloh better than Fano and Woods. I agree with you there. After the first Gabriel game, watching guys drop ball instead of die was clear he wasn't going to work. Yeah, hospital balls. I can see them using KC the way they used JSN in Seattle last year. He moved around a lot. Yes, to get those favorable matchups. I agree. In my opinion, if Shiloh wants to make her way back to the NFL, he needs to go play a year in the CFL. Shedeur will have more clout in year 3 to bring him in. I agree. And I don't know, Shiloh kind of making money too, so I don't know if he want to. I don't know. He mentioned that the money he's making is more than he would be making in the NFL right now based on the contract he has. So I don't know if he still wants it. Imagine him and his Isaiah Bond on the field at the same time. Munkin is going to cook with this offense. # New Cleveland. Derek, he is. Because then what happens is when you got guys who can take the top off the defense, safeties are not going to be able to just creep up in the box. Then you can bully guys on the line of scrimmage. You can run the ball on them. Then when they bring a guy down, they got to pick and choose. Are we going to make sure we stop guys over top, or are we going to bring a safety down to help stop the run? And then the defense is at your mercy. So I can't wait. What makes this new team special is all new mentality, no loser mindset, all new energy that comes in to win and believe in winning, not losing. We need to support them. The old media will try to mess it up. They will, and we not going to let the media mess it up. We ain't gonna let them mess it up. Shiloh would be great. Shiloh would be a great fit and fun interviews. I agree with that. He is funny. I need to see a Judy presser to check to really check the vibes. Yeah, we probably gonna hear from Jerry Judy in about 9 or 10 days when they go to OTAs. So we're gonna see. I spoke to a friend who saw the pocket drill they ran at the volunteer OTAs, and Shedeur looks way more fluid in the drill. I think when I saw like some of the drills they were running, kind of the only one I thought Deshaun looked a lot better in was the fakes. I thought he exaggerated his fakes better. That's the only one I kind of saw that Deshaun look better. But to me, Shedeur moves more smooth, to use your word, more fluid than Deshaun, and I agree with that. Shedeur was a clear better option early. Stefanski lacked the ability or openness to judge undeveloped talent. His whole history was only cookie cutter QBs late in their careers, but Shedeur has the If factor. That's a fact. My friend is an NFL strength coach. Shout out to you, D Neon. I can't wait for the season. I'm so hyped about the season. Let's see. D, have you noticed that they don't like including Sanders in Cleveland's successful draft class from last year? They love leaving him out. Yeah, they do leave him out. But the Browns don't. The Browns don't. The difference between Shedeur and Shiloh: Shedeur work for it. Shiloh wants a job handed. He isn't working to be on a roster. I like Shiloh, but he isn't working out to play the NFL, and it's his choice. I don't think he wants anything handed to him. I wouldn't say that. If you look at going into the draft last year, he worked on his 40 time. He was working to get that down. He actually got invited to a camp, so I wouldn't say he wants it handed to him. I wouldn't say that. I would say maybe it's not what he wants, but I wouldn't say he's looking for it to be handed to him. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't agree with that. He way faster than JSN. Also, he is. Looking at this year and last year and how the Browns are moving, ain't no way they setting this up for Watson. Talk to him, Tika. Imagine we keep this optimism flow going into the season. We add a couple close wins, will be fun. D, we got a lot of fun moments ahead. My Browns war buddy. I agree. When does OTA start? I'm ready for it. Let me tell you the right date. We jump on their website. Important. Oh, this thing is all jacked up. All right, that's rookie. I think it's around the 18th is what I saw, but let me do something real quick. I think I remember it's like the 18th. I think it's the 18th. I could be wrong. 18th, May 18th or the 20th. I'll have to go find it for you. It's somewhere in that range. Shallow does not want to play football anymore. Yeah, he said as much when he was on there with JB.